Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we're taking a look at why this generation is struggling so much. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
This is Aria. So this is our flagship humanoid AI-powered robot.
Hello. I'm Aria, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics.
What's the purpose of this?
It's a huge epidemic amongst adolescents and seniors on loneliness. So she can be programmed to know you and learn more about you. So she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection.
They're going to be in the houses?
We don't have the ability to clean the house. They don't do physical labor, but they're more there to converse with you. It's companionship. They can actually even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So we have built that into our AIs.
The bar's been set so low, now you're settling for a machine that won't ask you to take it out to dinner. That's more sad than it is funny.
Be single and pay all your bills, or be in a relationship and go 50-50.
I choose single.
I'd rather be single and pay all my bills.
Be single and pay all my bills.
Honestly, when you with me, you gotta pay for everything.
So they'd rather struggle alone than split the bill? Nah, it was never about a partnership, it was about a sponsorship.
Okay, Sydney, what's your body count?
6.
Okay, do you think that's more or less than what most girls have today?
Less.
You're probably right, unfortunately. Do you realize how many 6 are?
They've all been boyfriends or talking stages, so no.
How old are you?
18.
How many do you think your mother had at this age?
Zero clue, but maybe like, I have no, like 5? No idea.
5? At 18?
Yeah, I don't know.
At 18, some people are worried about college applications. She's out here building a resume of regrets.
Looks or money, what is more important?
Looks or money?
Yeah.
Looks. Yeah. You can't have like a ugly man. I would rather
Makes sense.
ugly man and have no money. Then
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
The funniest part is, she doesn't even realize what she said. That man isn't gonna be getting the smartest partner in the world, that's for sure.
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
That's not just parenting advice right there. That's exile with purpose.
Finally have fun on your date.
Well, this is starting out nicely. A friend wishing another friend a good time on their date.
I hope they hate each other so badly. Oh my god.
Oh dear, it seems like someone's true colors are coming out.
I cannot afford to lose my only single friend.
It's so nice to see women supporting other women, isn't it?
Like, seriously, this date needs to go bad, or I'm gonna be really, really upset.
I hope this was a skit, because if it's not, I would say that someone could definitely do better in the friend department than to have someone that would say one thing to their face and another thing completely different behind their back and then post it on social media of all things. But if it is a skit, it actually is an excellent example of how oftentimes it is some single women that really want to seem to keep other women single because they don't want to be the only ones left unmatched. And it is really unfortunate that many of us out there have had friends like this in the past that would rather have someone to keep them company in their own misery than to see someone actually be happy.
So many women will keep their friends single because they can't stand the idea of being the only one sitting on the sidelines. Not a sisterhood, more like a competition. Some people walk in quietly, others announce their cholesterol from 3 aisles away.
What do you mean? You went to clubs and a bar to find a husband?
No,
Whoa. You're going to judge all men based upon your decisions? You went to clubs and bars looking for what? Diamonds? Huh.
You think love is in the air at the club? Nah, that's just the smell of desperation and cheap perfume.
New statistics. Do you know what % of Gen Z workers claim they experience burnout at work?
I get scheduled for 25 hours a week and literally about to quit.
Not 20%, not 40%, not 80%, not 90%. 98% of you experience burnout.
Every single day, go and work somewhere and do that 5 times a week?
How? You're in your early 20s. Watch this. 23% face unmanageable stress and 48% feel drained. According to a Cigna survey, Gen Z is the most stressed generation of all time. And by the way, According to 1,000 leaders that are hiring people out there, watch what they said. This is employers talking about Gen Zers. 6 in 10 employers reporting firing recent Gen Z college graduates within months of hiring them. 1 in 7 employers indicated they may refrain from hiring new graduates next year's unsatisfactory performance. 75% of companies said some or all of their Gen Z hires were unsatisfactory. 50% reported that Gen Z workers showed a lack of motivation, and 39% of Gen Zs lacked communication skills. 46% noted a lack of professionalism. This is a problem. If you want the future to look bright, you have a very easy chance here. 98% are burned out. You got to find a way to be here.
Everyone's burned out, but Gen Z, they've turned I'm tired into a personality trait.
Does anyone else find it suspicious how we never learned last night?
Can my tax dollars just not go to the American education system anymore because it seems to not be working?
Are we doing a history quiz, or are you just out here testing the limits of human stupidity?
Your grandparents had a successful marriage when they didn't have Instagram. I'm pretty sure you listen, if my grandfather had Instagram in his 20s, he'd be fading out of existence right now. Like, literally, if he had the world in the palm of his hand, I bet you him and my grandmother would never have met. That a whole timeline, the sacred timeline, would be non-existent.
Marriage worked better before social media because people weren't constantly window shopping while in a relationship.
Feminism, the pill, the sexual revolution, and I think and sort of the end stage culmination of that cultural shift. And when you guys sit there and say, I feel so empowered by doing this, I do it because I love, I know you may think that, but there are forces that are a lot more powerful than any of us here. There are corporations that want you to be sitting there and saying that because they want you to buy into this narrative, because they are intent on the destruction of Western civilization. And the way that they have always done this empirically, whether it's socialism, communism, Marxism, has been going after the family unit. And what you guys do is detrimental to the family unit.
Shots fired.
I just love shagging.
She's actually spitting real facts out here, but honestly, a lot of people out there aren't ready for that conversation yet.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
I'm 22.
I'm 22.
You lady single?
No.
Yes.
No.
How long you had a man?
I'm gonna say 4 years.
What do you mean I'ma say 4 years?
We have a daughter together. We've been committed for 6 months. I moved out here so we've been committed.
So hold on. Let's rewind. You've known him for 4 years. You have a daughter together now, and you're just officially dating the past 6 months?
Oh my God, that sounds horrible.
So when did your daughter come?
2 years ago.
But y'all were never together throughout that whole period?
We weren't.
So it was like a situationship where y'all were just talking?
It was definitely a situationship.
Why didn't you choose to just go the co-parenting route and date someone else who, you didn't have that much baggage with?
Because I love him. I do. Even when it was a situationship and when I got pregnant, I still loved him. And we had a connection, and I felt like it would work, and I was just waiting for him to take responsibility.
4 years with a child, and only now, 6 months ago, you decide to commit? No, that's not love. That's a game of maybe later.
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No. Hell no, he can buy his own shit. Be independent. No, he makes me a meal. What the
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man. No, take it back. I'll make the meal.
They all said no, but one wife knew how to treat her man. Now, suddenly, everyone's reconsidering their life choices and how to spell wife material.
Young men, are you okay? No, I'm dead. Are you okay? What is going on? Like, I've been seeing this firsthand. I've been kicking it with people like Cookie King and going to the E Squad house and dude, what is going on with y'all? This is happening. Why is this happening to you guys? What is going on? And the scary thing is, it appears to be getting worse, so I'm just genuinely asking you guys, what is going on? Are you okay? You can tell me, genuinely, what's happening? Is it the video games? What is it? Is it this app? What? Bro, what's happening? Is it the woman? Is it their fault? What's happening? Genuinely, tell me.
Modern romance is just two lonely people scrolling past each other, eating snacks, and blaming the algorithm.
If a guy came up to y'all, and he says, hey, I want to buy your would you do it?
He wants to buy my pants?
Yeah.
How much would he give me, though?
How much would you want?
Wait, at least?
No, at least
right now.
at least 250 at least. Well, I don't know.
250?
That's a good, yeah, 250. It 300. depends. It depends.
Where would you take it off at? Like on the spot or somewhere like?
This bathroom. No, I would rip that shit off. But if I did it on the spot, maybe 800 is the minimum.
Damn. I mean, that could become a turn on. Like do it on the spot. He's getting a show and.
800 then. On the spot.
Can we get a spin?
No. Can you guess what I am?
Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Amazing costumes, everybody.
Hey, come here. Would you buy those?
Which ones? I want to say no because they're looking at us that way.
No, she said she was down there.
I got $5 in cash on me. That's not enough for this woman. She's a high-class woman. That's at least $100.
$5 for her filthy underwear? You couldn't even pay me to take it. Bro could have burned a Lincoln and gotten more value. Three men, one girl, and she didn't hesitate to say yes to all of them. What's her plan? Collect the whole set?
Honey Blue slept with 1,000 men in one day.
Is that what happened?
Is it one day?
One day, 12 hours.
Could I have applied?
We don't need to apply, you just turn up, that's a good thing. As long as you are 18.
You're 18 times 4, actually.
Yeah, I'm 430. Like, would you be able to keep it up? Are you watching Keep It Up?
No, like, so some of them are in the basement, so right, I'll check.
These guys all live in a basement, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-story house, I'm at the top floor, so by the time they start queuing on the stairs, they're queuing for like, sometimes 4 or 5 hours. They bring them packed lunch, they bring you a drink. It's like a picnic.
Bring a packed lunch?
Yeah.
Honey, I packed you a lunch for your day.
Oh, so how long do I get?
About 40 seconds.
All right, but since we know each other.
You'll never get there. 40 seconds, dude. You're out in like 12.
Oh, no.
Just because the thought of other guys that have been in there, you're so excited.
What are you talking about?
That gets him so excited.
Because I know that
1,000 men in under 12 hours. Society's really out here treating intimacy like a fast food drive-thru. That's degeneracy at its peak, honestly.
What's the last lie that you've told?
I tell every guy that that it's my first time giving head.
What? Why?
So I don't have to do it well.
How many guys have you told?
Enough.
No wonder she's getting the same reaction every time. Confusion and disappointment. They say it's empowering. Yeah, so is getting a job. But I guess posting cheeks is easier than clocking in.
Today, that's what we're gonna do. We listen, but we don't judge. Let us hear whatever you got in your chest. Let us know.
My sister.
Ex did what?
My sister.
Damn. You still cool with either of them?
I mean, I after.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
You let him back in after that? You're not heartbroken. You're just addicted to humiliation.
I'm gonna allow my daughter to marry a guy just because he got some money.
Yeah, because
and I don't know he really. Yeah, if he's undying love, he loved this girl, and I know that, right? Just like I know he got. So we're gonna put it on 2 scales. I know he got $100 million. I can see it. I know it.
Yeah.
And I can see and know this man love my daughter with his heart, soul, do whatever for, good, bad, rich, poor. I'm gonna go with this side. What the money? They both gonna die anyway. But is she gonna be living and enjoying her life in between that time, or she just sitting in the crib? I know people that sit big
It
old
doesn't
like
have
that.
to be like
Come on, man.
2 sides of the spectrum. I'm just saying somebody who's well off can take care of a family, because when you're getting married, you're expecting to have kids, and kids are expensive, and it's like a long-term investment. And you want people get old, they want to have retirement, they want to have property. I'm not saying 100 million. I'm just saying somebody who's a businessman, well off, not someone who's just gonna walk off, and just leave a woman to be a single mother and on welfare.
But he could do that anyway. Get walk-offs, be a single mother with some money. What's the difference? She got money. That don't bring her happiness. Don't mean she's giving the best care to her son. Don't mean she got a father there. That's still, destruction of the family there. Regardless, money is not gonna fix everything, and that is the problem.
She have a better chance. I'm just saying.
You think a better chance is money over love? That's what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
Money's important, sure, but if that's the only reason you're with someone, that's not love. You're just an accessory to their lifestyle, not a partner in it.
I got a question to ask you though.
What's your question?
I got a for you.
What's the question?
Like for once in my life, I want to have
3 generations from the same family. That means you, your mama, your grandmama, or you, your daughter, and your mama. You think you can make that happen? Your grandma's still alive?
Yes, both of them actually on both sides.
Both of them?
Yeah.
And your mama?
Yeah. My mama look just like me, but she thicker than me.
You gonna help me fulfill my goals?
We could. I ain't gonna lie. My grandma, she got the.
Grandma got it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
Everybody-
bruh, I'm trying to goddamn go to their next family reunion. Hell yeah, she'll keep her.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll say I can make it happen.
Wait, so is it in this round? Do I keep or do they keep, or
Yeah,
is
do
it like
I?
mutual?
Hey, you got the balloon. It's up to you.
Oh, I mean, I guess we'll just keep each other. We gotta make. We gotta fulfill the dream.
Yeah,
You feel me?
we got unfinished business.
Yeah,
you
we got
goddamn
unfinished-
right.
I got
We
you.
got
I got you.
unfinished business.
Oh,
Hey, yeah.
My niece.
I'm your grandmama. You just wait. Hell yeah.
Bro, her knee
Hell
bad, so you
yeah.
gotta be careful. Her knee is bad.
I know it. I know it. I'm the rightest side.
What kind of unhinged circus did I just stumble into? That conversation was so messed up it should come with a warning label of its own.
Jack, it's kind of terrifying though to think about that one of those is 4 of me. Just the thought, just that thought is kind of insane.
That scale wasn't built for judgment, but even it's forced to scream for mercy right now.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So you have a guy that literally goes on Hinge, on all these Tinder apps, and he's replying private conversations, and then whenever they're ready to talk, you're there.
He runs all of them for me, and then he just sends the matches to my Instagram and stuff like that. I pay him like $300 a month, but he works hard for me. So.
Wow. And how does that work for you? And how does that work?
I mean, it's really the best way to scale. You know, I mean, I can approach girls on the street or in the club or whatever, but that's the best way to go, honestly.
So you made a business move from dating. Wow. And have you got some hits from that?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're telling everyone to do this basically.
Yeah, they got the $300 a month, and they're really busy. That'd be a good way to go.
And what's the downsides of that?
Sometimes it can get a little awkward. Like if they had a discussion on the app and I wasn't informed about it, it can be kind of hard. But overall, it hasn't been that bad.
While you're triple texting a situationship, he's scaling his dating life like a startup. Might just be the next thing, eh?
How many syllables are an alphabet?
Syllables?
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Nah, you're not gonna embarrass yourself. You good?
A-E-I-O-U.
That's a vowel.
That's a vowel.
Yeah. How many syllables are an alphabet?
Oh, that question don't even make sense. You mean how many numbers? Syllables is like...
Nah, I said how many syllables are an alphabet?
At this point, she should just be asking for a refund on her education, if she even got one in the first place.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are
You stop and talk to me for a hot second? You got a boyfriend?
I do not have
You
a
don't?
boyfriend right now.
What's your name, man?
Cream.
Cream, nice to meet you. I'm TC.
Nice to meet you.
Let's see if I can grab your number before you left.
I'm not sure.
Why?
A little too basic for me, baby.
I got good clothes at the crib, if that's the issue.
I mean, what type of money you got? Like,
What type of money?
yeah, do you make money? Like, what you do for a living?
It was nice to meet you. I thought it was gonna be something sincere.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to meet you too.
Stop it. Huh? I can't even hear you. What'd you say?
You can definitely get my number now.
Oh, now she's interested? Bro went from who are you to daddy the moment she saw he had some nice wheels.
What are the 3 branches of government?
You got no. Not a history major.
How many continents are there?
I don't know. 20?
What's the freezing point of water?
45 degrees Celsius.
What's your favorite Dostoevsky book?
I don't think that's English.
What's your favorite Supreme Court case?
O.J. Simpson.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
The USA. Goodbye.
Is school important to you?
Hell no! That tiger did.
What that girl said at the end pretty much sums it all up when it comes to these fails.
How many tattoos you got?
0. I'm getting them in a couple months actually.
I have a tattoo idea for you.
What?
You can get a candle tatted on your back so I can blow it out.
Okay, like I actually have to go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Alright, bye.
Airball?
His pickup line was low-key funny, but that rejection, that hit like a slap to the face with no warning.
What's up? It's verb. Understood? Okay.
20 years ago, they'd be put into a mental institution for this behavior. Now they're just labeled Gen Z.
By the way, that my pregnancy changed because I had a boy. I was very much a man hater before I had my son, and now I'm like, I look at my son and how pure and innocent he is, and I'm like, there's a little Milo and all these men out there, like they have a mom that thinks about them the way that I think about my son. And that's really helped me see that there
humanize that. Saying she was a man hater is wild, coming from someone who built an empire one man at a time.
It is 2:30 in the morning. I don't got time for this. I'm outside of a Gate gas station. And bro.
This man is really working the night shift with no uniform, no shame, and no future. If you ever needed a reason to get your life together, there it is.
It's a beautiful thing, mother and daughter sharing the same husband and baby daddy. You know, it's such a beautiful thing.
It's not often that a mom and daughter are pregnant at the same time, let alone by the same man, but we wouldn't want things to be any other way. So when I found out that my mom was pregnant and by the same man as me, you know, honestly, it was unexpected because, again, we weren't trying at all for a baby, but I just, like, I don't think there was ever a moment in my mind where, you know, I was upset about it. It was pure joy and bliss for me, like, to know that I get to carry a baby alongside the woman who birthed me. And that our baby's gonna share that, you know, DNA from the same man. And, you know, he's been so supportive and sweet, and I couldn't imagine things any other way now.
One man, two pregnancies, same family. You guys aren't starting a family, you're corrupting one.
The freaking I did was have in the staircase.
Where was that? What staircase?
In my building.
Why you just didn't take him in the crib?
Come in my crib unless they got to know me first.
You need a connection to get inside of her apartment, but zero credentials to hit it by the fire escape? Modern dating in a nutshell.
Give you 3 meals a day, a place to sleep. Like what did they give you in the shelter? What were the resources?
La comida y el cuarto, más nada.
Food? 3 meals a day?
3 comidas al día.
Sí, pero yo no comía esa comida porque eso era comida congelada.
Ahí nadie se comía esa comida porque eran comida congelada. Nobody ate it. Y ahí no había trabajadora social. En esos chetes de allá de Queen no hay. There were no social workers in Por eso fue que uno salió a los 6 meses. That's why nada hacíamos allá porque todo es un protocolo.
No pude sacar los papeles nunca.
No pudimos sacar los papeles porque todo allá era de 7 a 10 de la noche.
Why do you need social workers at the shelter?
Para los papeles.
So for 6 months, were you working during those 6 months at the shelter?
Nadie en el shelter. No, they weren't.
No tuve ninguna ayuda en ese chete, en realidad ninguna. Solamente un techo donde dormir y ya, porque ni la comida.
It certainly felt odd to hear that she got no help besides a roof and food when there are homeless Americans who can't get those same resources.
You broke into a country illegally, and now you're mad they gave you a free hotel room and food? You're not a victim, you're a squatter with complaints.
Because I read this statistic recently that said that there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 30+% of women are single, but it's in the neighborhood of 60% of men.
Really?
Yeah. See if you can find.
Really high.
I know.
In what age group?
Really high. It's 18 to 49 or something.
Oh
like
wow.
That. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's young men.
It's a shockingly
high. It doesn't make sense, like why there's such a disparity between the genders. That men are so much more single than women. Like that doesn't even jive.
Yeah. How does that
like
make sense?
Most men are single. Most young women are not.
Maybe the guys are just saying they're single, and all the girls are like, we're in a relationship.
It is just a research, right? So it's just a survey, I would imagine. 30% of U.S. adults are neither married, living with a partner, nor engaged in a committed relationship. Nearly half of all young adults are single. 34% of women and a whopping 63% of men. Like,
wow.
How does that work? How does it work if there's roughly 50% women, 50% men? How could 34% of women be single and 63% of men be single. It says, not surprisingly, the decline of relationships matches a stride with the decline in sex. The share of sexually active Americans stands at a 30-year low. Around 30% of young men reported in 2019 that they had no sex in the past year, compared to about 20% of young women. Only half of single men are actively seeking relationships or even casual dates, according to Pew. That figure is declining.
What if, like, the women thought they were in a relationship and the guys are like,
right. Yeah, that's what we could say.
Single. What are you talking about?
Men are terrified of picking wrong. Women are terrified of being picked last. That's modern dating in a sentence.
Girl, I'm sorry. That's Tom's boyfriend.
Sheesh, that was painful to watch. Blink twice if you're planning to make an escape, my guy.
We got another video thing. Come on, you good?
What you mean?
That's it.
Okay.
So you're behind the scene now. You're out. Wait, hold on. You're still in though.
Oh, that's your girlfriend? No, it's my best friend, honey. Who's your boyfriend or your girlfriend here? I don't know boyfriend. Huh?
You're still in the video.
Oh, okay. Cause we was just asking because you asked.
Cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know that's my best friend. We finna go. I appreciate your opportunity. I love you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been following you for years.
No, I thought
Come on,
you're still in the video though. What's the issue? But what's the issue? You're still in the video though. It's part of the game to get rejected. Wait, why are you so upset? It's part of the game to be rejected. How are we doing too much? Because we rejected.
Y'all expect little girls.
She's just mad her fake silicone body didn't get her what she thought it would. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you might as well watch another one. Till next time.